Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. You know how much I love talking about history, culture, and, let's be honest, the weird stuff that makes the world go round. And today, we're diving deep into a place that's practically synonymous with mystery, North Korea. It's a country shrouded in secrecy, with more rumors swirling around it than a playground game of telephone. But behind the curtain of censorship and propaganda, there's a fascinating and often unsettling reality. So, buckle up as we uncover 10 shocking facts about North Korea that you probably didn't know. Trust me, you'll want to hear this. Let's start with something fundamental: time. Time is a universal concept, yet how we measure it can vary dramatically. You'd think a calendar is a calendar, right? A simple tool to keep track of days, months, and years. Not in North Korea. They operate on the Juche calendar, named after their ideology of self-reliance. This calendar is a reflection of their unique political and cultural identity. Now here's the kicker: the Juche calendar's year one isn't the birth of Christ or some ancient emperor. It's something entirely different. It's 1912, the year Kim Il-sung, the country's founder, was born. This marks the beginning of their calendar. That means, as I'm recording this, it's 2023 in most of the world. But in North Korea, it's the year 112. This difference is more than just numbers. It signifies a distinct worldview. Imagine growing up with a calendar that literally revolves around one person. Every date you see is a reminder of Kim Il-sung's legacy. It's a constant reminder of the Kim dynasty's grip on every aspect of life in North Korea, even something as basic as the passage of time. This calendar system reinforces their control and influence. This isn't just a quirky fact. It's a powerful symbol of how the regime manipulates history and perception to solidify its power. By controlling the calendar, they control the narrative of time itself, embedding their ideology into the very fabric of daily life. Speaking of control, let's talk tech. In North Korea, internet access is severely restricted, and most citizens use a state-developed operating system called Red Star OS. Think of it like Windows or Mac OS, but designed to keep a very close eye on you. It's Linux-based, but heavily modified to monitor and censor everything you do online. From tracking your browsing history to watermarking files, Red Star OS is the digital embodiment of Big Brother. Even the few permitted websites are carefully curated by the government. So, forget about freely exploring the internet, watching YouTube videos, or connecting with the outside world. In North Korea's digital realm, you're always under surveillance. Now let's talk about one of the most chilling aspects of North Korea's justice system: the three-generation punishment rule. This means if you commit a crime deemed serious enough, it's not just you who faces the consequences. Your parents, your spouse, your children, and even your grandchildren could be sent to labor camps along with you. Imagine the fear and pressure of knowing that your actions could have devastating consequences for your loved ones, even generations down the line. This policy is a brutal tool used to crush dissent and ensure absolute obedience to the state. It's a stark reminder of the human cost of living under such an oppressive regime. Chapter 4, Kijongdong, the propaganda village that's empty inside. On the border between North and South Korea lies the demilitarized zone, a tense buffer zone that has separated the two nations since the Korean War. And right in the middle of it all is Kijongdong, a village built by North Korea in the 1950s. But here's the catch: Kijongdong is essentially a Potemkin village, a facade designed to project an image of prosperity and happiness to entice South Koreans to defect to the north. From a distance, you see colorful buildings, well-kept streets, and even a giant flagpole that stands as a symbol of North Korean pride. But closer inspection and years of observation reveal that it's largely uninhabited, with most of the buildings empty shells devoid of any real life or activity. It's a surreal example of propaganda taken to the extreme, a physical manifestation of the illusions the North Korean regime tries to create. The village stands as a stark reminder of the lengths to which the regime will go to maintain its image and control. Chapter 5: Unicorns and Propaganda Mythmaking in the DPRK. Speaking of illusions, did you know that North Korea claims to have discovered unicorns? Yes, you heard that right. Back in 2012, state media announced that archaeologists had found a unicorn lair, proving the mythical creature was real. Now, obviously, this was met with skepticism from the rest of the world. But within North Korea, it was presented as evidence of the country's greatness and its connection to ancient legends. This unicorn tale, whether you find it amusing or disturbing, highlights how the regime uses propaganda to create a narrative of national pride and exceptionalism, even if it means distorting reality. Chapter 6, Slam Dunks for 3, North Korea's basketball revamp. Now for something a little lighter basketball. But not just any basketball, we're talking about the unique version played in North Korea. Even in the world of sports, North Korea finds a way to be unique. Their approach to basketball is no exception. They have their own set of basketball rules, some of which would make even the most casual fans scratch their heads. These rules are unlike anything seen in international play. For example, slam dunks are worth 3 points instead of 2, encouraging more high-flying action. This rule alone changes the dynamics of the game significantly. But miss a free throw, and you'll actually lose a point. This adds a layer of pressure to every free throw attempt. It's unclear why these rule changes were made, but some speculate it's to make the game more exciting and unpredictable. The altered rules certainly keep both players and fans on their toes. Whatever the reason, it's another example of North Korea doing things its own way, even on the basketball court. Their distinctive approach ensures that their version of the game stands out on the global stage. Chapter 7. The Underground Kingdom, Tunnels, Bunkers, and Secrets. Beneath the surface of North Korea lies a vast and intricate network of tunnels and bunkers. This underground infrastructure serves both military and civilian purposes, reflecting the country's constant state of preparedness. Some tunnels are believed to stretch for miles, connecting key military installations and allowing for the movement of troops and equipment undetected. Others are designed as shelters for civilians in case of conflict. This hidden world beneath our feet is a testament to the paranoia and secrecy that define North Korea's worldview. It's a stark reminder of the ever-present threat of war and the lengths the regime goes to prepare for it. While much of North Korea remains isolated, the country has set its sights on the stars. They have an active space program, with the launch of several Kwangmyongsong satellites, though their true capabilities are debated. These launches have drawn international condemnation, as they're seen as a cover for developing ballistic missile technology. But for North Korea, they represent a powerful symbol of technological advancement and national pride. Whether you see it as a legitimate space program or a provocative display of military might, North Korea's space ambitions offer a glimpse into its desire for recognition on the world stage. You might not think of hairstyles as a matter of national importance, but in North Korea, even personal grooming is subject to strict regulations. There's actually an approved list of hairstyles for men and women, limiting your options for self-expression. Men are generally encouraged to sport short, conservative cuts, while women have a few more choices, but nothing too flashy or Western-influenced. Deviating from these norms can attract unwanted attention from the authorities. It might seem trivial, but this control over something as personal as hair is another way the regime exerts control over every aspect of people's lives, even their appearance. And finally, let's end our journey through North Korea with a look at something you might encounter on the streets of Pyongyang: the lack of traffic lights. Instead of relying on automated signals, traffic flow is managed by human traffic conductors. These conductors, often women in smart uniforms, stand at major intersections, directing vehicles and pedestrians with precise, almost balletic movements. It's a unique and surprisingly efficient system, given the relatively low traffic volume in the city. Some see it as a charming quirk, while others interpret it as another example of the state's control over everyday life. Either way, it's a memorable sight that speaks to the unique character of North Korea. So there you have it, 10 shocking facts about North Korea that offer a glimpse into this enigmatic and often unsettling nation. It's a country of contradictions, where ancient traditions clash with modern-day propaganda, and where the human spirit endures despite the challenges. If you found these facts as fascinating as I did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up And let me know in the comments which one surprised you the most. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button for more thought-provoking content from around the world. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.